There comes a time in your life when you have to stop running after people who don't see you, stop begging for attention from those who don't value you, and stop shrinking yourself just to be noticed. We grow up believing that if we chase hard enough, prove ourselves long enough, give more than anyone else, eventually people will stay. But the painful truth is that chasing people never makes them stay, it only makes you lose yourself. The more you chase, the more they run, because desperation repels and self-respect attracts. And so the real power, the real transformation, begins not when you convince others to see your worth, but when you finally decide to see it yourself. Because the day you stop chasing people and begin building yourself is the day the world starts chasing you. Think about it. Why are some people magnetic? Why do certain individuals walk into a room and instantly command respect without saying a word? It isn't because they begged for approval. It isn't because they ran after validation. It is because they carry themselves with an energy of self-trust, of wholeness, of clarity. They have stopped trying to convince anyone of their worth, because they know it, they embody it, they radiate it. And when you embody value, when you live from a place of confidence and purpose, people naturally want to be near you. You don't need to run after them, they come to you. The problem is that so many of us live in reverse. We think that if we can just hold on tight enough, if we chase hard enough, people will give us the love, recognition, or opportunity we crave. But all chasing does is signal to others that you do not believe you are enough. It announces that their attention is worth more than your dignity, and people can feel it. The world senses when you are operating from lack, from desperation, from fear of being alone. That energy does not attract, it pushes away. But the moment you decide to stop chasing, to stop begging, to stop handing over your power, everything shifts. Because true connection, true respect, true love can only come when you no longer need to prove yourself. This does not mean you stop caring about people. It means you stop clinging. It means you learn the power of detachment, the ability to love without begging, to give without losing yourself, to walk away when respect is no longer given. Detachment is not coldness, it is strength. It is the inner knowing that you are enough, even if others fail to see it. And from this space of self-trust, you no longer chase, you attract, you draw people, opportunities, and abundance into your life, because you have become a source of value rather than a seeker of scraps. When you chase people, you place them on a pedestal. You tell yourself, consciously or unconsciously, they are above me, their approval is my reward. But when you rise into your true strength, you realize no one is above you, no one below you. People are just people, flawed, human, equal. And when you see yourself as equal, you stop chasing, you stand tall. And paradoxically, the moment you stop chasing is the moment others begin to notice you. It is the paradox of human psychology. Neediness repels, self-respect attracts. Why do we chase in the first place? Because deep down, we fear abandonment, we fear rejection, we fear being invisible. From childhood, we are conditioned to seek approval. Parents, teachers, peers. We learned early that love sometimes feels conditional, that acceptance must be earned. And so we grow up believing that if we just run fast enough, give more than enough, bend far enough, we can guarantee belonging. But belonging built on chasing is not belonging at all. It is captivity. It chains you to the moods, whims, and decisions of others. It robs you of freedom. There is a higher way. And that way begins with inner work. If you want people to chase you, you must first stop chasing yourself. Stop running from your insecurities. Stop running from your emptiness. Stop running from the quiet moments where you must face who you are. Sit with yourself. Build yourself. Heal yourself. Because when you stop outsourcing your worth and begin generating it from within, you become unshakable. The world is drawn to people who don't beg for love but radiate it, who don't chase approval but live from self-acceptance, who don't fear being alone because they have already befriended themselves. Imagine for a moment what would happen if you stopped chasing. Imagine withdrawing all that desperate energy you've poured into people who don't see you, into situations that don't honor you, into relationships that only take. Imagine reinvesting that same energy into your dreams, your growth, your health, your mission. What would your life look like a year from now if all the energy you once spent on chasing was redirected into becoming? The truth is, the person you become in that process is magnetic. People chase those who are walking their path with clarity. People chase those who carry themselves with confidence. People chase those who don't need them but choose them. That is the energy of true power. You must also understand this. The universe mirrors your self-belief. If you believe you are incomplete without others, life will send you people who confirm that belief. But if you believe you are whole, if you believe you are valuable, if you believe you are worthy, you will naturally attract people who treat you as such. This is not magic. This is psychology. Humans gravitate toward strength, toward self-assurance, toward those who stand firm in themselves. When you stop chasing, you send a clear signal. I know who I am. I know what I deserve, and I will not settle for less. And that signal draws in everything aligned with your worth. To stop chasing is not to stop caring. It is to stop compromising your dignity for scraps of attention. It is to stand in your own light so powerfully that people cannot help but notice. It is to walk your path with such conviction that others feel compelled to join you. Think of leaders, visionaries, creators. They do not chase the crowd. They move toward their vision, and the crowd follows. The same is true for your life. The day you stop running after what is running from you is the day you free yourself to create, to grow, to rise, and in rising, you draw everything you once chased. And yes, walking away feels terrifying at first. To stop chasing feels like letting go of control. It feels like loss. But in truth, it is gain. Because every time you let go of what isn't meant for you, you make space for what is. Every time you stop chasing people who ignore your worth, you open space for people who will honor it. Every time you withdraw your energy from proving, you redirect it into becoming, and becoming is the most powerful force of attraction there is. So how do you make them chase you? You don't. You make yourself. You build yourself into someone so grounded, so whole, so alive that others feel compelled to be near you. You become the person who no longer begs for a seat at the table because you are building your own. You stop apologizing for existing, and you start shining. You stop lowering your voice, and you start speaking. You stop shrinking, and you start expanding. And the more you expand, the more people are drawn to your orbit, not because you begged them to come, but because you lit a fire they can't ignore. The truth is, the chase has always been an illusion. The one you were really chasing was not them, it was yourself. Their attention was never the prize. Your wholeness is their validation, was never the treasure. Your self-belief is, and when you stop chasing them and begin chasing your own potential, you will discover the secret. They will chase you. Opportunities will chase you. Life will chase you, not because you demanded it, but because you became it. So let this be your turning point. Stop running after those who walk away. Stop pouring yourself into hands that cannot hold you. Stop proving yourself to those who refuse to see. Turn that energy inward. Build your vision. Strengthen your voice. Live your mission. When you do, the world will notice. When you do, people will chase you. When you do, you will no longer need to beg for anything because you will realize you were the prize all along. And this is where everything changes. When you stop chasing, you rise. And when you rise, the world cannot help but follow. So here is the truth you cannot escape. Chasing people will never give you the life you want. It will drain you, weaken you, diminish you. It will keep you small, dependent, desperate. It will turn you into a shadow of yourself, waiting for crumbs of validation while your true feast of potential goes untouched. But when you stop chasing and begin building, you flip the entire script of your life. You go from seeker to source, from beggar to creator, from follower to leader. And the world always responds to leaders not because they demand attention, but because they become undeniable. You must decide today. Will you keep running after people who walk away, or will you finally turn inward and invest in yourself? Will you keep pouring your worth into empty cups, or will you start filling your own? Because the moment you choose yourself, the chase ends and the attraction begins. You will no longer wonder why people don't see your value, because you will be too busy living it. You will no longer fear being abandoned, because you will know you can never abandon yourself. And in that strength, others will feel drawn to you not because you chased them, but because you became someone they could not look away from. Think of the times you lowered your voice so someone else could speak louder. Think of the times you shrank so someone else could shine. Think of the times you gave, and gave, and gave, hoping they would finally notice you. And ask yourself, did it ever work? Did your chasing ever bring you peace? Or did it only teach you to run faster, beg harder, lose more of yourself? The lesson is clear. The chase will never end until you end it. And when you do, something miraculous happens. You find yourself again. When you stop chasing, you finally have the energy to grow. You have the space to dream. You have the power to build. You stop being consumed by the endless question of, do they like me? And begin asking the only question that matters. Do I like myself? Am I proud of what I'm creating? Am I living in alignment with the person I want to be? And the moment you shift from chasing people to chasing purpose, life opens. Doors appear where before there were only walls. Opportunities present themselves, not because you begged, but because you became ready to receive them. Do not mistake this for loneliness. You are not meant to walk the path of self-respect in isolation forever. What happens is this. As you rise, the right people rise with you. As you stand tall, those who are aligned with your strength will gravitate toward you. You will find yourself surrounded not by those who drained you, but by those who fuel you. Not by those who ignored you, but by those who celebrate you. Not by those who made you chase, but by those who walk beside you willingly. And you will realize the beauty of this truth. When you stop chasing, you make space for the ones who are meant to stay. But first, you must pass through the fire of detachment. You must be willing to lose the ones who never saw you. You must be willing to walk away from the rooms that refuse to hear your voice. You must be willing to release the people who only loved the version of you that was small enough to serve them. This is not weakness. This is liberation. For every goodbye clears space for a new hello. Every ending creates room for a new beginning. And every step you take away from desperation is a step into dignity. Ask yourself this. How long will you keep running? How long will you keep begging for love when you were born to embody it? How long will you keep chasing people who were never meant to walk your path? At some point, you must decide that your energy is too sacred to waste, your life is too short to squander, and your soul is too powerful to shrink. That point can be today. Stop chasing people. Stop dimming your fire for those who fear its light. Stop bending yourself into shapes that break you. Instead, stand tall, breathe deeply, speak clearly, love fully, but never at the cost of your dignity. Build the life you want so powerfully that those who once ignored you cannot help but notice. Become the person who no longer needs to chase, because they have become the embodiment of what others chase. And when they do command, you will not need to beg, nor will you need to prove. You will simply stand in your truth, and those who are meant for you will recognize it. Those who are not will fall away, and you will no longer fear their leaving because you will know that your worth is unshakable. The chase ends when you decide it does. The power begins the moment you reclaim your energy, and the life you've been waiting for will meet you the moment you stop chasing others and start chasing your own higher self. This is your turning point. This is your awakening. This is the day you stop running after shadows and start walking in your light. So step into it now. Step boldly, step without apology. The world does not need another person desperate for attention. The world needs you whole, alive, radiant. And when you rise into that, the chase is over. Because you will have become the one who sets the pace. You will have become the prize. You will have become the light. And everything you are chasing will finally begin to chase you.